Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Murray now on first down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray is going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. At their own 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Murray. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Murray looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Johnson was the intended receiver. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things back.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Murray now to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. There he goes left side, and they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Come on, baby. Let's go! At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
21 yards there on 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st down, Carson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Take 4, take 4. Shift! Watch the shift!
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. And an alley to run. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes Grant on the return.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
It's just me and you. Check three, check three, check three. Go. 40. Check 13. Hey. 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. All day, every day, any day.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
12. 42, Mike, 42. And here we go, Mike.
Now it's Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray completes it to Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray from midfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A final shot before half for Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Murray fighting, lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
To throw is Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And the Seahawks first down.
What? 280. 42, check. Mike 42. Hey, get in the weight room. Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were looking Jennings' way again, and that'll bring up second down.
What? 380. Hey, alert. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Minus 42. Hey, he's right.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Being chased out left. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got room. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Flushed out. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Going for Metcalf. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Here's Carson, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
He's checking.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check out,
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
6 guys. Check 6. Hey, watch it. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Caleb Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to take, and I think the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Like 50. Double dog, that's the way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So it's a win here